Hello. This video is a brief introduction how to install Renderman 24 when you're sitting not on CentOS 7 but on any other Linux distribution. Over the entire night, many people faced the issue that they were not able to use the installer and because of missing library files, which are only supported on CentOS 7. And you essentially will also not be able to use the license app, which comes with Renderman 24, and also not be able to use the image tool inside of Renderman 24. So in order to make this work, I got a tip from a guy called Ioannis Avagiannis. He's from Athens, and yeah, he pointed out a solution. He wrote basically to me where I can get those files, and he guided me to make it work by myself, and I tried it multiple times and it works bulletproof. There are some issues with that, but it is working. So first of all, how you can install Renderman 24 when you new to Renderman 24. So first of all, you go to the renderman.pixar.com page. And when you want to use the XPU, the commercial build, you whether decide of using the non-commercial build or the so-called NCR version or the professional build. There is a difference. When you download the non-commercial build, you essentially download those files. It's just an installer. And maybe I can try that with my commercial one, and I can maybe that's possible. Okay, I would need to do this stuff. Maybe I have to fill out this. I will do this now only for testing. And maybe that works. Yeah, I will blank it later, just for demonstration. So I'm in Germany. Occupation is a freelancer. Area of interest, VFX. I'm using Houdini. I am using I am using Renderman. I am Fusion user, and I use Houdini. So Houdini dispatching. Houdini PDG. So what operation system? Linux video. So I'm not a robot, and I submit. And I now get the installer. I hope that's the right one. NCR installer. It's a 10 megabyte file. So essentially that's the NCR file. So, and the good thing is, it's a RPM file. That means you can unpack the file and you get a resulting folder called OPT. And inside of this OPT folder, you have a lib folder. And here you have essentially the same files, and it will not work. So when I will start the NC, you see it is not starting at all. And to resolve that, you go to the link that I will provide in the description. Maybe that's enough. So I will provide this link to the description, and you scroll down until you come to the binary package line. And here you will copy and paste this to your browser search, and will download this file too. And then you will also unpack it because it's an RPM file, and you will get a new folder called user. And here you dive down to the lib64 folder and you copy and paste all those containments. And then you dive up to the OPT folder, Pixar, Renderman NCR, lib, third party, Qt512, lib, and we'll copy in those files. And fingers crossed, it should start now. So we will go here, we will go here, and as you can see, it will start. Essentially what you have to do is you have to run those stuff on sudo, and you also have to copy it to the proper location. So you essentially go to, you have to copy it to OPT. So you take this folder when, it depends, I already have the Pixar folder. So I will copy this one, and I will activate my full admin rights on my system. So we have this red bar now, and I will go to my OPT folder on root, and I will go to the Pixar folder, and I will copy in this thing. With the higher access rights, I will go down to the bin and I will start it here. And you can see the installer is working now. So this is the solution to be able to install the NCR on a non-CentOS system. Keep in mind that is a hack, and I will not take any responsibility for harming your system eventually. And I will also not, I can also not say that Pixar will do it, because this is a hack and this is not officially supported. Keep that please in mind. Also when you report some bugs and so on. So for all the commercial users, it is essentially, it's essentially the same. You can, we go back, we go, where is the Renderman? So we go back for all the commercial users, we try and buy. And in order to make this work for a commercial user, you have to upgrade your license first. So my username and my email address, and then you check, and then you will get, you essentially get a message that you can upgrade and you have apply and so on. And this is the way to go. So back. So after that, you go to, where is it? You go to the installation section and to my downloads. And hopefully, so, and here you can, here you get the installer, essentially the same like the NCR. You have to put the lib files into that. But there's also another way. I think it's the better way. You can download those RPM files also for the plugins. So first of all, that's the plugin. That's the plugin for Houdini, for Blender, Katana, some bunch of examples, for Marie, and also for the license utilities. And yeah, you basically get here and you download this RPM file again. So I hope it will start now. Accept. And here we got the RPM file. You download it and you unpack it from the download folder, and you get essentially the entire final build inside of the Pixar folder. And then you go to your OPT folder, to your Pixar folder, and you copy it in here. And what you will get is the Renderman Pro Server 24. The next thing that you will have to do is you copy those files that we already downloaded from here. You copy them again. You go back to your OPT folder. You go back to your Pixar folder, to your Renderman Pro Server, to your lib folder, third party, Qt512, lib. And here you activate full access rights, and copy them in, and I already made this, so I need to overwrite this. And when you did that, the next step that you do is you go back one folder down, one again, you go back to the bin folder, and here's an app called License App. In order to be able to install the license, you open your terminal and type sudo. And then you drag and drop the license app to your terminal and hit enter. And then it will your password, and okay, I made a mistake, and then it will start. So I need to blur this again. So, but essentially here you hit the get license button, type in your serial number, your credentials and so on, and hit download, and you will download the latest license, which will be placed inside here. So those are my old files, my old licenses and backups from the beta 2. Maybe I have to sort them out, but not yet. So, and then you will totally be fine to let this work. So I will now talk how to make the renderer work inside of Houdini. So essentially you need to create a package file, which is, by the way, provided on my Discord server. And here you create a file called renderman.json. And here you can open it with Sublime. And all what you have to do is oh, my mistake. I need to use the latest build, 596. And you essentially only need to put those lines into the installation. I will provide this on my Discord server. So the link is in the description below. You of course have to change the path variables according to your installation. Either you are on Windows or on Linux. And my voice is struggling. So, and yeah, you have to make sure that those numbers are correct, and then you close. So, and yeah, and after that it should start. So you open Houdini, and you will be able to open it. Yeah, it is working, so it's successfully. We can do all the nice stuff with Renderman 24. Keep in mind that the NCR build, the non-commercial build, will not be able to use the drop down to XPU. It will only provide RIS. Keep that in mind. And I will also show how to install Renderman for Blender now. So for using Blender, you have to use not the 2.9 build. This will not work. You have to go to download for Linux and as well for Windows, and you have to change to Linux here. Maybe this is not the right one. So what I need is I need older builds. So I totally forgot where is the archive. Previous versions, right here. And here we have all the builds that are supported. So what we need is Blender 2.9. So I'm on Linux. I will download this one and I will do it here, and it will download right now. It's quite fast. And what we can also download is the Blender plugin. So I will go to my installation, my download. And I will go to download the Renderman 24 plugin right here. Yeah, right here and right here. So yeah, so we have that, we have both. So what I do now is I will unpack this container so that we have Blender. Here we have it. Where is it? I can't see it. Ah, it is a zip below a zip. That's the right one. So we have to unpack this file too. Unpacking. And here we have our Blender build, which looks weird. Ah, okay, it was not finished. So now it's finished. So, and when I start this now, Blender should appear. So as you can see, it starts. And of course, it will load my settings. I already have some settings. And you have, okay, it also installed it, but I will show how to install a Renderman. It's not that complicated. Renderman. So here I will remove it just for demonstration. And what you do is you hit the install button, go to downloads, and you will have the Renderman for Blender zip. You select it and hit install add-on, and here we have it. And we will get a missing file. What has happened? Oh, this is interesting. Maybe I should use the 2.9. So, okay, in that case, the 2.9 build will not work. So 2.92 build will not work. So we can do it right in the 2.91, and this should work. Modules installed. So, okay, here we have it. So you have to download the 2.91, not the 2.92, in order to make this work. So here I have the selection. You have to select the GPU, and then you go to, this is important, you have to restart Blender after installation so that all the stuff can be loaded. And here we have it. When you don't see the Renderman dropdown, you have to look the installation path. You have eventually you have to change this. You can also set it manually. So manually would mean I go to root, OPT, Pixar, Renderman Pro Server, bin, and accept. And this will essentially do the same. I highly recommend for exchanging shaders between any other DCC. So let us say you want to copy shaders from Houdini to Blender. You have to activate emit default params. This is highly important. Without, it will not work. So this has to be checked. And yeah, that's it. That's all what you have to do. And then you can go here and it should work. So as well as here, you will not be able to use the XPU build on NCR, only on the commercial build. So keep that in mind. And yeah, this is all what I wanted to show in this short tutorial. I hope it helps you. to bypass those issues with different Linux builds. And leave a thumbs up here and maybe support me on Discord, or leave a feedback on the comment section, or a suggestion how to make it better, how to bypass those last issues. And feel free to use it. But keep in mind, this is not official. That's a hack for those library files. All the other stuff that I have shown about the installation process itself with the installer and so on, this is supported, but not the library files. So this was an intense day. I hope you have fun with this awesome build, and I also believe I will do more Blender videos in the future, more Blender tutorials, because I have a very long experience with Blender as well as with Houdini, and I will probably try to cover both ends in the future. So when you like to know or like to see something in the Blender community or in the Blender space, and when you have a specific request, don't hesitate to write to me. And thank you.